Yesterday I watched Instagram Reels for 3 hours and I doom scrolled and that is something I usually do not do. I actually did it the last time, I don't know, 6 months ago. And I actually do not have any social media app on my phone, so I can't do it. But yesterday was a weird day anyways. And something pissed me off for real. My algorithm is the health niche, the English talking, English speaking health niche. Okay? And something pissed me off there. What I see is pure misinformation, pure BS, pure demolishment, and archetypes of people who claim that they are experts and really do not know what they talk about. And in this video, I will explain you 7 archetypes that maybe your favorite guru has, and if your favorite health guru does have it, then please don't trust them. And in the end of this video, I will give you 3 points so you can identify who you really should trust. Who am I to talk about this? Well, my name is Josh Wither. I am the owner and founder of Majesty Coaching, a health coaching agency who is dedicated to help entrepreneurs to get healthy with scientific evidence and personalized approach. I work with doctors, medical advisors, and a lot of systems and tools, blood work, all of that to make sure that I get health in a holistic way. And these people who claim themselves health experts who get viral on social media are actual demons. And I will help you to identify those demons, to block them, and to now watch them again, please. So the first one is the carnivore revolution. There are people, I don't mention any name in this video by the way, there are people out there who claim that carnivore is, the only good source. The cliche, meat is the only good food source and everything else is poison, and whatever you eat, it is bad for you. Only meat. We are all made to eat meat. Let me tell you this on a holistic approach. These people are right and wrong in both ways. First of all, if you are only eating carnivore, I by the way ate carnivore for 12 weeks. This year actually in the beginning. By the way, I went through all of these 7 stages of archetypes. I'm about to tell you too. I was this kind of person too. I preached it. I did it on social media, and that's why I think I should, post a video because I've changed. I've turned to a better version of myself, and I want to help you to identify these bad people. Not initially bad, but wrong information providing people, and they do not help the mass. Those people might help a strong percentile, strong, a little percentile of human population, but not the grand mass. And that is what I want to tell you now. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be sharp, you need to be clear, and you need to get the right source of information from the right archetype of person. And if this is one of these archetypes, you get the information that you think that carnivore is the best diet, then you are absolutely wrong. Because the only thing that carnivore is good for, and actually my mentor is carnivore too, and is that you do not have energy crashes, and it is a simple diet. So my mentor, for example, he is a multi-millionaire. He plans to be a billionaire. He is carnivore, and he always tells that he's carnivore because he knows that he gets enough protein. He knows that he gets enough nutrients. He supplements his supplement deficiencies like vitamin C, for example, what a lot of carnivores don't do, by the way. And he says that I know that I get the things. It is easy for me. I need to only cook my meat. I don't need anything else in my refrigerator besides meat, and it's easy to do. I get enough calories, it's okay. I do not care about the price because I'm rich enough, and I only care about the quality. That's good. And you do not have carbohydrates. When you know me, I do not preach carbohydrates during working. I do think that carbohydrates while you are working, or high glycemic index carbohydrates like sugar or fruits without fiber, for example, are unnecessary for working because you don't want to have the hormonal spikes and crashes, for example, in this case, insulin. Then carnivore is a good approach. But you miss so much, so not so much, so many other health benefits. Like the fiber, the gut microbiome promoting fiber, the longevity fiber, the diversity of a microbiome in your gut, and that your gut, the microbiome literally determines your overall health, your longevity, the genes, and you age faster when you only eat meat. All of these things. I don't want to break down in deep detail. Sorry to tell you this because it is quite deep. But all of these things that, pure meat or pure carnivore approach does preach are good. But why don't you have the benefits from, meat and the not crashes during the work time, and in the evening or when you are not working, you can eat whatever you want, or you can eat some vegetables, some fruits, some high quality carbohydrate source. You can eat or plan your carbohydrates during or before the workout because workout will be more efficient. Why don't you use both and try to keep the benefits from both? Why don't you eat the fiber? you know I I don't understand why people who are carnivore think that they are the best and everything else is bad. This is the whole toxic trait. And another negative side of carnivores, when you're outside eating with a normal social group, you only can eat meat. Traveling is hard only with meat. It is so much more uncomfortable, and as social animal, it is not versatile. And there are studies out there that show that carnivore diet has very high failure rate because it is not that sustainable. You can do it if you give a F about your gut microbiome and your longevity. Then try out the carnivore diet. You will have great energy because of ketosis. You will notice that in the first 4 weeks, roundabout, you need or you crave carbohydrates because your body needs to structure or restructure that, doesn't primarily grab the carbohydrates or the glucose from the carbs you consume, but rather from, the proteins and the fats you consume. But once you are away, or once you are once you finish those 4 week mark, everything is easier and your energy will be good, but you don't have the benefits that the balanced diet could give you. So the carnivore preaching human being that restricts everything else is bad. Number two is the anti-science advocate. I call it this because this is the devil in person. Why do you not trust in science? Give me one answer. If someone tells you that his stone, or I don't know, the sun or the moon tells him that he is a psychopath, B, he is stupid, L, or C, I'm sorry, or C, he is has nothing to do in this space. Health is pure science. Science is literally having something, a theory, a hypothesis, and have metrics to measure this hypothesis, and based on some circumstances, with A and B groups, with control groups, with a gold standard study, with comparison of different studies on the same hypothesis, they come to a result that is generally or practical in for the whole population. And why do you think that science is the only thing we have? We only know things because of science. We know or for example, I filmed my video with a Sony camera, and Sony only knows how to produce such high quality because science literally explains how light gets broken, or how such a computer or how such a MacBook here works. These companies or everything only works because science explains it, and everything that can be explained, for example, the world is good for us, is because science prove it. If science is not proving it, no one would drink it, and of course it would not be necessary for us. And these people always claim, yeah, the studies or the scientists are all they all do this for the money, and the industry is paying them, or they're all paid. Sorry, that was what I was looking for. They're all paid, and no one is real. For example, the sweetener, artificial sweetener studies. Every single industry has a different industry who has the or follows a different approach. The vegan industry has the meat industry. The sweetener industry, artificial, has the sugar industry. The fruit industry has the sweet industry. All of these industry. The pharmacy industry has the, I don't know, homeopathy industry. All of these industries have different industries, and they are all huge. And why do you think that there are only studies that go in this direction, and you say, oh man, they are all paid, if the other side could pay those studies too? Why don't these studies exist? Because science doesn't care about evidence. If you don't trust science, or if you're unsure if you to trust science, then please trust it. Trust science. It is the only thing that we have as human beings. And trust me, scientists are all smarter than we. They work hard. They work 10 to 20 years on one niche topic. And if any guru tells you, yeah, he woke up and he doesn't feel that this is good, and thinks he is smarter than the person who actually studies and dedicates their life to this topic, please don't trust them. Trust science. Number 3 is the nature guru, and this is literally the same thing. The nature guru is, for example, only nature can heal us, and modern medicine is toxic. It is the same with the anti-science, with Big Pharma, that they hate Big Pharma. Nature is good for us. We human beings are made in nature. But we as human beings only can live that long because science has helped us to improve in, medications, to improve, to handle with certain illnesses, to be clean, canalization. We don't have that much illnesses around in the world. We are cleaner. We live long. We have high quality food. We have high quality water. We don't need to drink alcohol because it's the only sterilized thing in the world. That's what the people need to do in the Middle Age. They need to drink alcohol because it's the only thing that wouldn't kill them, even though it is toxic to us. Now we know it. So nature isn't generally bad, but science isn't too, And going outside will not kill you, but always saying that only nature heals us and science is bad, and modern medicine is only designed to make us more toxic, it is complete BS. What do you think is the goal of a government, of a country? The health industry of the government. What do you think is the goal? To make the human population in this country as healthy as possible, so they can work as much as possible, so they earn as much as possible, so they pay as much tax as possible, and the country gets as rich as possible. That is literally the purpose. Do you think the government will make you unhealthy or toxic, or will literally kill you because, or don't want to heal you, or pharma isn't working? They want to make you healthy because you can pay them, you can pay the government. It is not everything bad and everything is shiny. It is simple, easy, and everyone wants to help to improve. Of course, not everything is good. Of course, there are areas to improve. But we, right now, today, are in the best state in health than we are ever before. And if someone claims differently, and if someone tells you that the early days are horrible, then please look at the birth death rate. Please at the estimated uh, lifespan, and please look at the illnesses, at at the whole population growth and at the whole population development. Please look at those stats, and then I can tell you this: we as human beings are better than ever before, and we don't need to suck, but we don't need to cry about this. Sorry that I get emotional, but this is really I uh I was one of this. I got brainwashed too, and then I hated it, and now I got silent for 6 months. I got really silent about this topic, but these people don't stop, and I think only with talking consequent that they are stupid and giving proof why they are stupid is the only way to brainwash or wake up or awaken all of these people who got brainwashed. That is literally what you need to do. The fourth one is the fake natty. And the fake natty is just, you know, especially in the fitness industry or in the health industry or the body idealization industry, is someone who tells you, you don't need to work out, you don't need to work hard, you don't need to sacrifice, some sweets, or you can eat whatever you want, and then you look like me. And he's ripped, 240 pounds, 6 foot, jacked, chopped, and or perfect skin, looks like great shape, and it's, I don't know, 50, and tells you that his testosterone is above average. Do you think he is natural? No, he isn't. He literally can't be natural. And if someone tells you this, then don't trust them. And I can tell you this, especially in the American industry, especially in the American niche, there are a lot of substances that are claimed to be natural, but literally work insanely, insanely, insanely anabolic. And if you tell them to make a blood test, the blood result will be good too. But I can tell you this: these people are not all genetic wonder kids, and they might have, tried a pill or two. That's what I'm talking about. So whenever someone tells you that it is so easy, you don't need to sacrifice no work, and you get the perfect body in 2 weeks, don't trust them. It is not easy. Like everything in life, if you want to have big things, you need to work harder. If you want to have bigger things, you need to work more hard. And when someone tells you that he has this asymmetric or the too good to be true goal, then don't trust him. Number five is the same category, the supplement pusher, the miracle supplement pusher. Someone tells you this one supplement will change your life, and maybe you will see it on my at my YouTube channel. Kind of same video structure, this supplement, and now it changes. For example, when I now talk about sleep supplements, I would make a video my sleep routine instead of take this one sleep supplement and you will boost your sleep by 20%, because there is not this one big supplement who works for everyone. It is not there, because if it would be there, everyone would know it, and everyone would promote it, and everyone would use it. So why do you think it is not there? Because it doesn't exist. So whenever there is now some new trendy flashy supplement going out that might, I don't know, boost your testosterone and 500%, then it is not true, because those asymmetric effects only can be made through medications. Because the difference between medication and supplements is basically the risk and the reward. Supplements have low risk, low side effects. Besides you are, I don't know, drinking this whole bottle of vitamin D, then you die too. But they have low risk, low reward, or lower reward, and medications have high side effects. They need to be approved because they have such a high and anabolic effect or asymmetric effect on our body. And whenever some supplement should be the sorry, that was German, the wonder pill, the wonder substance, don't trust them. It is not a supplement. It is the peptide, it is the substance, it is the roid, it is whatever. It is the thing, the medication that is actually the thing that is powerful. No supplement will, give you those asymmetric leverage. You will might see improvements. For example, omega-3 you will might see improvements. And they're very essential ones. I don't want to tell this, but don't claim that they will heal you. Because that is not true. That is not true. The sixth one is someone who plays with your emotion. He is not clearly positioned as an expert or as someone who, in a specific niche, like the carnivore or the nature guru. It is more like a strategy how to do it. And this is the fear monger. And he literally tells you, for example, that seed oils are slowly killing everyone and avoid them at all costs and never use seed oils and they are so bad for you. And now you think, oh my god, I have seed oils in my refrigerator and I'm not in my refrigerator, sorry, in my shelf and I use them every day and maybe I do not feel good because of that. Maybe it's because of the seed oil. And then you cut out the seed oil and you take more care about the whole food stuff and you look more at your diet and you improve your diet in general. What most of the people do see those, gurus and they got more aware of their health and they improve all of this and then they think it's only because of the one advice the one guru gave it, but that's a whole nother story. I hope you understand it. And then they suddenly think, oh my god, seed oils are really bad. And they don't see evidence that seed oils actually reduce inflammation and meat fats, animal fats, are actually the one that are correlating with higher risk of death and higher inflammation. Yeah. So what I want to tell you is, if someone tells you there is something that you consume on a daily basis, or that everyone tells you, for example, that eggs are bad, um, or that anything is bad in general, don't trust them. There is no bad food. You can eat whatever you want. But every food has a given purpose. Every food will do something different in your body, and every food, you know, correlates different in your body, and every food literally creates a whole different effect. If you want to have insulin spikes and crash, and if you want to feel, tired all day long, then, eat sugary food every day. And if you want to have higher inflammation, then eat sugary food and high gluten and high dairy and high meat all day long. Then eat it, okay? But if you eat it sometimes and your diet is overall balanced, you can eat it because every food has a pro and a con side, and some food has more pro and less con. That is, the thing that carnivores, for example, tell you about vegetables, that they have anti-nutrients and all of that bad stuff. Of course, every single every single food, grocery has some substance that is on a purest, isolated form in a high dose toxic to the human body. But does that mean that the fruit is bad? For example, banana has something I quite don't cannot get it out of my memory. Anyways, for example, banana has one substance that is toxic in a high dose. But does it mean banana is bad? No, banana is a great food source, has great fiber, is has a low glycemic index, and is a great carbohydrate source, especially before training, after exercise, or if you just feel like eating a banana. little bit of magnesium, little bit of calcium, little bit of other micronutrients, and it's great. Banana's great. And this one substance is the negative downside, and these people try to, only bash this negative side and ignore all of this good stuff. And that is what the fearmongers do too. So don't do this. And the seventh one is the trend chaser. That is literally the person who chases every single trend. Right now, I feel that, for example, the carnivore is real in hype, or the real food stuff is really in hype, or only steak, eggs, and nothing else is really in hype. And if then there is something getting viral again, that seed oils are suddenly good and everyone is now pushing seed oils, and you see them changing their opinion all day long, then it's trash too. It is trash too, because there is no new superfood. There is nothing to miss out. You can eat whatever you want, and of course you need to have a strong foundation. I talk to you on this channel literally every single video about the great foundation. Maybe next video I will give you another example for great food sources, but you need to have the basic knowledge, and if the knowledge is good, then it's okay. Of course, science changes every single day, especially in the health industry. We learn new things. For example, we thought that sugar was great for us in the beginning, but science is now on a stand of view where we know more than ever before. Okay, and so what is true now is the only thing we can trust in. Okay, if there is something that for example, if someday they say, oh my god, banana actually lowers death lifespan, and if someone experience it in 20 years, then okay, then I'm the first person to tell you about this, but if not, then not. And what can we do? We only can trust the newest scientific evidence. And so here are the 3 points you can measure someone who knows what he is talking about and knows what he does. And the first thing is what I'm talking about: evidence. Every single day, evidence. Evidence and science as the main pillar. It can be self-made evidence, but please, self-made evidence under the coverage of a study. For example, if there is a study, calorie deficit helps to, lose weight, the only way, by the way, and you make this experiment, and you can claim both as, your evidence. But if you only, I don't know, listen to your body and there is no study about it, then don't do it. Then it is no evidence. Evidence is science, science is evidence. Second one is proof. Proof is you help people to, improve their life. B, you have a given title, you are a doctor, but not every doctor is great, especially very sad, there are a lot of doctors who do not care about proper education and have the knowledge of 30 years before. They still think that sugar is good and eating more than one egg a week is unhealthy for cholesterol, something like that. So these people are out there too. So you need to be aware of the real proof. People who talk stuff, and only you can determine who you trust. So maybe you trust the carnivore guy, but maybe this video could help you to to change your mind, or to literally change your opinion about this topic. But anyways, these are two things, and the third thing is the holistic and open approach. If someone tells you that you don't need, or you should cut out this, or you can't do this to be generally healthy, then he is literally wrong. Of course, perfectly, if you want to have a perfect diet, a perfect health, and the 100%, or want to give 100% for your health, and want to have 100% output, then you need to cut out all the bad stuff, or all the stuff that correlates without health, Brian Johnson like. But if you want just to be healthy and have a great body, feel good, have sharp energy, have sharp mind, you need to have strong foundation. You need to suffer in the beginning to change your diet. It will be a hard and long process. You do not only need to change your diet, you need to change your lifestyle, but you need to take, this whole approach holistic and be open to new things. And if you look at people who are open, look at new science, look at the new evidence, are open to literally every food source. For example, I didn't instantly say carnivore is bad. I tried it out too. I didn't say that fasting for 72 hours is bad. I did it too, by the way. If you never fasted for 72 hours, please don't do it. It is very horrible. Um, yeah, that is literally what I have to tell you today. That was the video. 7 traits. Again, carnivore, anti-science, nature, fake natty, supplement pusher, the fearmonger, and the trend chaser.